All right, if you voted for Donald Trump in the last election and you feel confused and angry and betrayed right now, that's completely understandable. And I don't think there's any room in America right now for recriminations for however a person may have voted in the past. However, I would like to say, if this moment is confusing to you, if you are unsure as to why Donald Trump is doing these, betraying you, right? Quite literally revealing that he had been lying to you the entire time, that he was trying to get your vote. If that leaves you confused and questioning, why not seek out the voices who have been telling you for over 10 years that this is bound to have happened, right? This is the direction that Donald Trump's mentality would take us. Because there are a lot of us. There were people in 2015 who said Donald Trump would not voluntarily or peacefully leave the White House were he to lose re-election in 2020, right? So in 2015, there were people who knew that he would January 6th, long before January 6th was a day which lives in infamy. And so there are people who understand the psychology of the man, who have been warning Americans for over a decade that the things that he's most consistent about are destroying NATO. Now, this is a man who has never served in the fucking military, doesn't have any is not related to a fucking person who has ever served, right, in the American military. He's not related to a single veteran, not one, right? His family hasn't been, his mom was born in Scotland, his grandfather was born in Germany. He came to America to avoid the Prussian draft, right? So he's he's the draft dodging grandson of a draft dodger, right? He doesn't have any stake in this country, right? And that's why he projects onto other immigrants, other new Americans, his own crimes, which are undermining the very foundations of the United States, undermining our freedom, our secularism, right? Like, freedom is messy, right? It doesn't allow for people to be policed in the street by masked, unidentifiable agents, right? Freedom requires the risk that some people may be here illegally, right? And that you get along with your neighbor because you don't fucking give a shit what their status is, so long as they're not in your business, right? But Donald Trump is now in all of our business. And there's some of us who know why, and if you want to understand it, come to us.